Hi folks, Ty Cohen here, and we have a excellent presentation scheduled for you today. I was actually behind the scenes talking to our guest today, and this is someone who I personally want to get to know more. He's done some amazing things. I was just reading his bio here, and just talking to him, you can tell that he's someone who is sincere and who's all about making sure that there's a win-win, meaning that you get the best that you can possibly get out of what he's going to share with you. So my good host here, Dan Hollings, is an internationally acclaimed marketing strategist with a roster of clients, including large companies, rock stars, celebrities, and entrepreneurial startups. Dan's involvement in record-breaking projects is legendary. So he's worked on mega hit book and movie combinations such as The Secret, something that I've probably listened to and read maybe dozens of times, and more recently, the official Think and Grow Rich Legacy documentary, which I'm looking forward to. That actually just sounds like it's right up my alley. Thousands of students have attended Dan's training programs on a wide range of topics. Dan is the founder of AMZO Works and vetted webinars. And here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is now he's giving part of his business away, maybe to you, right? We've got a lot of people that are actually listening, that are watching right now. And I'll let Dan talk about this more as he reveals his newest project called Monetize Plus. Now, before I pass it over to Dan, and before we jump into this thing, as always, I want to make sure that number one, you can hear my voice. So in the questions box, put a big yes if you can hear my voice. Let's see, we've got Shirley, we've got Sarah, we've got Stacy, we have Ernie saying yes. All right, Carla, we've got Barbara, Muriel, Deborah. Awesome. So now with that, you should also be able to see a big red dot on your screen. Yes, audio and video fine, says Joe. Yes, says Yvette. Right, that's a beautiful thing. So with that, Dan, I'm going to pass the show on to you. I'm excited, so I'm going to sit back here and I'll be listening to the audio, and I can't wait to hear what you have here.
Hey, I appreciate it, Ty, and I do want to welcome everyone here. What Ty said could not be further from the truth. What I'm going to talk to you about tonight is about the furthest thing you'll ever hear from a pitch and the closest thing you'll ever hear to passion in any webinar you go to, because what I'm going to be talking about is my own business and how I have figured out. I've been trying to figure out how to do something like this for decades, to tell you the truth. But I figured it out, and you're going to hear about it tonight. In fact, you guys are one of the first to hear about it. But I figured out how to help people make money online. We all know it's kind of hard. And the way has to do with working with me in my business. So, I mean, that's the thrust of this. And it's going to take you a little bit to absorb this. It seems odd at first. So what I'd like for you to do is just, sit back, relax, turn off your distractions and whatever's necessary so that you can just really ponder this. If it's of interest, great. I think we could all make a lot of money. If it's not, fine. I just appreciate your time and giving me a listen. So I'm going to jump into this. I have a tendency to ramble on a little bit because I like to really get into the nitty-gritty. But I'm going to try to cut this as brief because I do respect your time. But for those that are interested, as we move forward, if you start getting more and more interested and you're on the edge of your seat, trust me, I will be here as long as it takes for you to understand what this is about and determine if it's something for you or not. So again, I want to welcome everyone. And what I want to start with is just a basic question. Have you ever had this thought? Boy, I wish I could make money like the gurus do. Ever had that thought? I'm sure you have. It's no secret that I make a lot of money. I'm not real fond of the word guru, but a lot of people think of me as that because of the fact that I've got a pretty significant background. I'm going to kind of bullet point some of those things in a moment, just so you guys know, who I am. But this is an opportunity where you can make money like a guru because you're going to get part of the money I, as a guru, am making. That's really the bottom line here. So let me start. I know that Ty shared a little bit about my background, but I just want to detail some of the things I've done over the last decade or two, so that if you've never heard of me, you'll know that, I'm not, just plucking this stuff out of thin air. I've been around the block a little bit. Since the beginning of the internet, back in the old days when AOL was, mailing out floppy disks, I've been around and I've been tinkering with ways to make money from day one. Happen to be a programmer and a marketer, and I do a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm online all the time. Okay. I think I have discovered every possible way that does not work. It's kind of funny, but there are very few ways that really work at making money online. Okay, and they're quite complex. I mean, if you really look at it. And many of the simple ways that might work for a little while, they don't work long term. And I know what most people are looking for is a way that you can make money online, have it be secure and long term. And I've been trying to figure that out for a long time. In the process, I figured out a lot of things that don't work. If you ever need any suggestions there, boy, I've sure got a lot. But as the decades have passed, I got better at making money online, and a few things worked out really well. I happen to have been the strategist that was hired to help launch the mega hit movie, The Secret, and that movie and book, it actually brought in well over $300 million in sales. And a lot of people think, well, that's because it was on Oprah, or that's because it was the #1 listing on Amazon. Well, it was, but I got to tell you, we'd already made $40 million before it hit Oprah. All right, and we didn't put it on Amazon until almost a year later. And guess who put it on Amazon? Me. And I ran that project out of my basement. And all the money was coming in, and I was shipping things out of my garage. I didn't make the movie, just so you know. I was just the strategist that was hired to help them to promote that. So I took that book and movie to the #1 spot at Amazon, overall Amazon. Kind of amazing, especially it's what, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago now. Currently, though, I still do a lot of Amazon business. Okay, I manage over $1 million monthly in product sales on Amazon. I do that by managing client accounts. Also, I have actually trained over 250,000 entrepreneurs through my various courses and programs. I'm sure you guys have heard of Udemy. I'm one of the top trainers over there. I only have a couple of programs, but there are tens of thousands of people who have been through that. And I've been on stages and webinars for literally decades now. I run numerous platforms: AmazoPage, AmazoWorks, Amazo Amplifier, Profit Scout, Zero Cost Marketing, Vetted Webinars, and what we're going to be talking about today a lot, something called Monetize Plus. And I've been a consultant for a lot of big companies, big name companies, brand companies, Fortune 500 companies, celebrities, universities, and the list goes on and on. What this has allowed me to do is to tinker around with a lot of stuff. If you're just always working on your own stuff, it's a very limited spectrum of things that you can play with. But I've been working on projects that involve, every kind of product on the planet and in almost every platform that's out there on the internet. So it's given me the breadth of experience of playing around with a lot of different stuff. So what my favorite thing to do is, of all of this stuff, is helping people. Now, it may be because I was brought up, when I was a young kid, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I ended up being one. And I taught at the University of Illinois and a few other colleges over the years, and I just loved doing it. But guess what? Teachers don't get paid very much. Unfortunately, I didn't think about that as I was heading into that as a career. And pretty soon as my family started coming along, I realized I need to do something else. And that's when I shifted. I went through various things and ended up landing, into this internet thing. And the bug within me to teach people and help people stuck. And so that's really why I'm a teacher. That's why I like to help people, do things online. And I have helped a lot of people make money online. I'm pretty good at it. And I think you'll realize that as we go forward here. Recently, and it was in the news, there's a little clip of it up in the upper left-hand corner, there was a news story about a famous marketing guru who is giving his business away. It was me, okay? Now I'm not talking about just totally handing off the whole thing to somebody else. It was an article about me giving away my business through a concept that I invented called inverse crowdsourcing. We all know what crowdsourcing is. It's when you get a bunch of people to, kind of all come on board and work together and help something happen, right? But what if you inversed it and allowed all of those people that helped make something happen earn money when they did it? That's really what inverse crowdsourcing is. You'll begin to understand this as I move forward. But that's what you're going to hear about today, how I'm incrementally bringing people in with me, giving away a piece of my business. It's absolutely bonkers. And in fact, I want you to remember the word bonkers because it's going to mean something to you as we get toward the end of today's time together. It could actually be worth up to $1,200 to you if you just remember that word. Bonkers, B-O-N-K-E-R-S. Just write it down, stick it someplace, and you'll have it handy. So I want you to dream with me a little bit. Just dream about when you first thought about doing business online. That's you right there, little kid in the Superman cape, right? What if you could have a dream business that is already making millions of dollars on day one? This is not pie in the sky, but what if that were possible? As a kid, you probably thought it was. What if this business that you thought of was guaranteed 100% risk-free that it would never lose money? Sounds crazy, right? What if that business that you thought of, what if it came with a ready-made team that was already in place? You don't have to hire a bunch of people. You don't have to train anybody. All the people are there, and they're ready to help you build and run it. This really sounds crazy, right? Well, what if that business also made you feel like a superhero and wearing a cape was okay? If you wanted to wear a cape, that's okay by me. That is the perfect business, right? If you could have that, then, you could give your spouse or your partner or your best friend a big hug and say, honey, I got it. This is it, right? Well, that's what you're going to hear about today, because this thing that I'm talking about is called Monetize Plus, and it's designed to do one thing: grow money. How to grow money, period. That's what this is about. But before we jump into how Monetize Plus works, I'm going to ask a question. You're going to laugh. Hopefully you're going to laugh as I go through this, but have you ever tried one of these strategies? I'm going to go through two of the most common strategies that most people have tried. You may be trying them right now, and if you start chuckling as I go through this, then I've hit home. I call one of these the Franken strategy, and the other one is the multiple hat strategy. If you've been doing either of these strategies, then you should flush them today and look at something different. Has this ever happened to you? Hey, good news, Frankie, I just got an email. It's a shocking new strategy, and it's guaranteed to get us up and running overnight. But wait, you see where that last email got us, don't you? Yeah, but this is different, Frankie. We can patch this together with that other idea that I heard about, and it says that we can 10 times our results. And if we land flat on our back again, then what? Well, trust me, Frankie, I get these emails every day, and we'll just keep patching stuff together, okay? Like me? I promise, Frankie, when we hit it big, I'm going to call this the Franken strategy. Are you laughing? Are you chuckling? Have you been there? Are you getting emails every day and it's got, oh, you can do this and make some money, and you can do that and make some money? I mean, you get all of this stuff and you just keep patching it together, and you know what you've got? A Franken strategy. Very unlikely it's ever going to get up and walk. Very unlikely it's going to run, and almost impossible to ever make any money. That's the Franken strategy. And if you've been doing that, flush it. Just flush it. Here's the other one that a lot of people do. In fact, usually you combine the two. This one is the multiple hat strategy. Let me know if you've been here. First things first, I need to set up my autoresponder. And then I need to build a squeeze page to capture leads. The money's in the list, they say. And then I'll write an email follow-up series. And after that, WordPress. I heard that's not too hard. I better learn how to do that. And then I got to figure out Facebook. And there's also Instagram. And oh, I saw a cool Pinterest strategy I should implement. Not sure if I should set up PayPal or Stripe or AuthorizeNet, but I'm going to read up and figure that out and get that going as well. And then I got to finish that SEO course someday. Someday I'll finish that and I'll SEO my site. And maybe I should learn how to outsource to help me get some of this stuff done, right? But wait, it's already Friday. It's already Friday. Is this you? Are you wearing too many hats? If you are, here's the second question. Are you losing your pants? Now, I'm not trying to beat up on anybody, but after teaching 250,000 people how to make money online, I go back and I look at my statistics. Most of the people I taught didn't make any money. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. I spend, decades of my life teaching people how to make money online. I'm making money online, okay, no problem there. But when I teach people what I do and the strategies I know work, it doesn't work for the student. Why is that? It's because making money online is hard. It requires you know a lot of things. It requires technical skills. It requires all kinds of stuff that a lot of people can do. You guys are smart, I know that, but you got to learn it. You got to, there's a learning curve. You got to get over this hurdle and figure this out, or you got to hire people. It's just too much stuff. So, before I get into it, let me ask you this. I want to get a feel from you guys. I know you've been trying to make money online. What kind of things have you done? As I go through this list, just type in the chat box and just go, yeah, that's me, or yes, let me know. Have you tried creating your own marketing info products? How many people have tried that? Okay. Have you tried promoting affiliate products? Has anybody tried to promote somebody else's product, an affiliate product, so that you can make a little piece of that? Okay. Have you invested money in inventory so that you could maybe sell on eBay or Amazon or on your own site? Has anybody done that? Okay. Have you provided a service or done freelancing? You have a skill that you're kind of renting the skill out to other people. Anybody doing that? Are you making money by finding clients and doing consultant work? Are you a consultant? Anybody doing that? Got any authors out there? Have you written a book? Is it a bestseller? Are you making money from it? Okay. What else have you tried? Is there something else that I haven't listed here that you've tried online to make money? And if you have, did it work? You see, if you really think about it, the things that I have here on the screen are the dominant ways that people make money online. All right? You can make money in all of these ways, but boy, is it hard. It usually doesn't work. It doesn't mean that it can't work, and I'm sure there are people on the call where it is working, and maybe to different degrees. But here's the real question, the bigger question. Are you making money, or more specifically, are you making the kind of money that you expected? When you had that thought, one day this occurred, you know, I think I'd like to do something online and make money online. That way I could stay at home, I could be with my family, I could do the things I want to do, I could quit that job. I just want to do something and make money online. The question is you've been trying maybe a month, maybe a year, maybe, you know, longer. Are you making the kind of money that you thought you would make at this point? Give me a yes if you are. Not many yeses. You wouldn't be on this webinar if you were making a lot of money. How about no? Anybody not making the kind of money that they thought they would make? And here's another choice. How many people are at this not yet position? Oh, I'm not making that kind of money yet, not what I expected, but I think I will be. That's the worst answer right there, because that's what gets you trapped into that Franken strategy. You just keep patching things together because you think, well, you know, if I just buy this one more tool, or if I take this one more course, if I set up this one more web page, if I sell this one more product, that'll get me there. That not yet really can keep you in the hole. And let me ask you this. Of all of the things that you've heard about, you've taken many courses, you've read articles, you've read books, don't they all pretty much tell you the same thing? The money is in the list? Oh my word, you hear it everywhere. You ever hear that? Yes? No? Yes, but. In this case, yes, but is the answer, because there is money in the list, but only if you can monetize it. If you had 100,000 people on your list right now and you didn't have anything to sell them, you'd make no money, correct? Or if you had 100,000 people on your list and they were all teenagers and you were selling dentures, you'd probably make very little of any money, right? You got to have a list that matches what you're selling. And if you don't, you can't monetize it. It's a real problem. So at the same time that you're trying to juggle all this stuff, you're trying to learn how to do marketing or build a business online, you're trying to build a list, and you're trying to figure out products to sell to them. Those things seem simple enough until you start actually trying to do it. It is very hard to put it all together. So how do you monetize? How do you monetize? Let's talk about reality here. I've been doing this a long time, so let me talk about how hard monetization is. And again, I'm not trying to beat up on anything. I just like to tell the truth and just put it out there. You tell me if this isn't true. In order to build a list and to monetize something, it can take years. All right? I've been doing this, gosh, since the day the internet started. Yes, I make a lot of money now, but it took quite a while. So you got to have time. The second thing is you need money. Don't let anyone kid you. You can start with almost nothing and you can build it over time, but if you already had some money, you could build that business faster. I assure you. That's why, you ever heard that old saying, it's a lot easier to make your second million? You know, that first million, that's hard. But boy, once you've made the first million, the second million is a lot easier. I want to tell you that's true. Because money helps you to make more money. What if you could skip that first part? To heck with the first million. Let me just work on the second million. That would be cool, right? You have to have the know-how. You guys are smart. You wouldn't be on this webinar if you weren't, okay? That's a given. But you need to be smart in certain things that perhaps you don't know right now. That's why you take trainings and read books and go to courses and stuff. But the internet has so many things to have to figure out and learn that, you know, it takes time and money, and that know-how can sometimes be slow coming. Connections. I want to tell you this. Marketing is hard, but connections is even harder, and that's really where the money is. If I knew every marketing strategy under the sun, and I compare that to having a lot of really good connections, I would make more money off of the connections than the marketing strategies. Now, I happen to have both, but if you don't have connections, it makes it difficult to grow a business. It does matter who you know. High quality and in-demand offers, you've got to have a lot of products, you've got to have a lot of services. It is very difficult to make a lot of money online if you only have one or two things. You have to have tools and systems and platforms, autoresponders and websites, all of the stuff you have to have, and it doesn't come free. You get a few things for free, but eventually you have to spend money on good, high-quality tools. You have to have an established reputation. Why does Amazon make more money than anyone else? Because people trust Amazon, right? They know if they order, they're going to get the product. If they don't like it, they can send it back. You know, there's trust there. If you were to suddenly put up the exact same products that Amazon has on your site, you know, bobstore.com, you would not all of a sudden make the money that Amazon's making, because Amazon's got something you don't have. Trust. They have a history. They have a reputation. That's something that just takes time, years, in order to build. But when you have that, you make more money online because people want to do business with you. They trust you. They like you. You also have to have manpower. Trying to do something just yourself in your home business is tough. You need staffing. You need support. All right? You got to have that in place if you want to make a lot of money. You have to have smart strategies, both long-term and short-term. And you need lead magnets galore. What's a lead magnet? It's like a squeeze page or a landing page. It's a way to get a person interested in what you're doing, interested enough so that they will give you their email address. And with that email address, you can then begin to build a relationship with that potential customer. And over time, they will buy from you. So you got to have the lead magnets in order to help you build the list. And you have to have a sophisticated funnel to get traffic into those leads and also to deal with the leads once they're on your list. All of this stuff and a lot more is a prerequisite to monetizing your list. And if you're missing any of it, it's going to make it harder. So what if you could get all of this tomorrow? Ha! I mean, that's a crazy thought. But what if I took this, I have all this, and just let you borrow it or let you use it, let you have it? Do you think that you could make more money, build a list quicker? Do you think that that would be possible if you already had it? That's what's behind this idea. I got tired of teaching people how to make money online only to see that, you know, a little fraction actually were able to do it. And I said, gosh, I'm already making money online, so why don't we do it more in a mentoring way? And we'll talk more about that as we go forward. But let me first just step back a little bit, and I want to talk to you about how I make my money, very specifically, because if you're going to be a part of this, you need to know how I'm making my money, right? I actually have 3 businesses. One of my businesses is that of an Amazon consultant. I told you earlier I manage over $1 million in monthly revenue at Amazon, and that's by helping clients, all right? That is a business really that has not anything to do with what we're going to talk about today. That's a separate business, but that's one thing I do. The other thing is that I happen to be a programmer, and I have built out a lot of tools. I happen to also be a trainer. I've done many training programs, and I have a business that sells tools and trainings, okay? That business is also separate than what we're going to be talking about today, all right? The business that we're going to be talking about today that I'm giving away is one called Vetted Webinars. Now, here's the good news. Of all the businesses that I have, these 3, Vetted Webinars brings in the most money. The reason is because webinars happen to be one of the top ways of making money online. If you can host and run webinars, without doubt, It is one of the best ways to make money online for many, many reasons. I mean, one reason is because in a webinar, people get to hear the expert. They get to grow and trust and understand the expert. The product or the service or whatever's being offered is explained in great detail. All right, it's a lot different than just seeing a little ad, clicking it, and heading over and buying a spatula. All right, the expert or the presenter is able to elaborate, and the webinar environment is one where you develop trust. People like to purchase. And then finally, the products that are sold in webinars typically range between $300 up to maybe $3,000, whereby in most other types of things that you would try to sell online, you're trying to sell, a $20 this or a $30 that, and you got to sell a lot of them for it to add up. But with webinars, you're selling much more expensive items. So it is a very profitable business, but there's one problem with it. It is one of the hardest things there is to get into because of the technology, the connections you've got to have, and then the infrastructure and staffing just to manage it. It's like trying to wrestle an octopus. I kid you not. But that is the business that I'm talking about sharing with you. This business that I have is across multiple niches. I run webinars for marketing, startups, business opportunities. I have webinars that are in the health and wellness space. I have webinars that are for women entrepreneurs. We do webinars for Amazon sellers. And recently, we were contracted with Think and Grow Rich. You probably remember the book. Napoleon Hill wrote a book back in the 1930s. It is the #1 selling business book of all times. And that book has now been made into a modern documentary, somewhat along the lines of what was done with The Secret, even though this is, in my opinion, far beyond that. This is real, stuff. It's a great, great documentary and movie. It's already out, but it's only been shown to some initial audiences in real theaters. And the first quarter of next year is going to be rolling out online. And, I already told you, the last time I was involved in a project like this, brought in over $300 million, this one I think may do even better. It has people involved that you probably have heard of. You watch the Shark Tank on television. Barbara Corcoran is in it. She's involved, as are many other very well-known celebrities and experts across the world. That organization, the official Think and Grow Rich Legacy Organization, contracted with me, Vetted Webinars, to host their webinars because there are many, many experts under their umbrella. And that will start. We've done a couple of beta webinars already, but it will start officially first quarter of next year. Those are the webinars that I'm running. So if you wanted to go in the webinar business, you got to think, well, okay, how do I do it? Well, first of all, look at all of that stuff right there. How long would it take you to get to that point if you were to do this business? Long time. You can have all of that tomorrow. So I've got this Vetted Webinars business. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take a slice of that pie and I'm going to put money in the pool as you help me with it. And then that money that's in that pool is going to be shared with the people that are mentoring with me. So you're going to be able to dive in and we're going to share the profits of all the money that goes into that portion of my business. So I know money doesn't rain from the sky, but this is as close as it gets, because I have a $1 million monetization engine built. What you see here on the screen kind of represents this engine that I built. And in addition, all of those things, the time and the money and the know-how and the connections and the offers and the tools and the manpower and all that stuff that we talked about earlier, that's included. It's all there already. So because I have this engine, my thought was to offer up to people like yourself a way to engage. So here's how it would work. I have to drive traffic to this monetization engine. If you were running your own business, you got to drive traffic too. So there's nothing here that you don't have to do anyway. It's just that I can make a lot more money from a lead than you can. If you took a lead and you brought it to your thing, you might make $1, where if I took the same lead and brought it to my thing, I might make $100. I mean, the odds of me monetizing a lead is significantly higher because of all of those things that I've shared with you, okay? And again, I am not in any way depreciating what you have and can do, but it is what it is. But trying to drive traffic from all of these places, that is a job, all right? But basically the way it works is that traffic comes from these various places, right? From Twitter and LinkedIn and from YouTube and from Google and podcasts and from doing good SEO and mobile marketing and email marketing and doing blogs and doing webinars and JVs and all those things that you can do in order to drive traffic, all right? And that traffic then is introduced to this monetization engine. We do all of that, and that is what makes our money so that everyone wins. So the traffic flows into the engine, and the engine produces money, and then the money goes into a pool, and a percentage of that pool is then shared with you. That is the concept of Monetize Plus. I know this doesn't make total sense yet. Hang in there. As I said, this takes a little bit to absorb. It's simple, but it takes a little bit to absorb this because no one's ever done this before. But I had a particular need that I wanted to hit when I designed Monetize Plus. In me teaching and working with so many people, I realized that trying to do everything was part of the problem. If you could focus on only doing one thing, your chances of success would be a lot higher. In other words, if I told you to go out and drive traffic from Facebook and from Twitter and from LinkedIn and from YouTube and Google and do a podcast and SEO your site and do all of that stuff, you would probably go, oh gosh, overload, it's too much stuff, I can't do it. But with Monetize Plus, it works different. Instead, you get to pick one thing you like, focus on that, get good at that, and that will drive traffic, and everything else under the sun is taken care of for you. You don't have to do anything else. You could pick Pinterest, for example, or you could pick YouTube. If you're good at making videos, or if you like YouTube, or maybe you've taken some courses and you just find it fascinating and you wanted to do it, but you just couldn't figure out how to put all the dots together and end up with money at the end of the week. Now you can do it. Let's say you like to blog. There's a lot of people that are authors or writers and they love to make content or post, but it's hard to make money as a blogger, right? But what if you could connect your skill at posting content, you could connect it to a pre-existing monetization engine that would turn those leads and your skills and your efforts into money? What if you could do that? That's what this is. So you dive in and say, hey, I'd like to work with you, Dan. Mentor me, show me what I want to do. I'll pick the one thing I really love and I'll focus on that. I can handle that one thing. And in fact, what we will do is we will teach you, we will engage with you in what you want to do and provide superlative training. We will help you to connect up with teams. I'm going to be talking about these team jams that we've got going. It's phenomenal. I wanted to solve a problem. The problem is that if you're working alone all by yourself, sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it helps if there's 2 or 3 or 4 other people and you kind of collectively work together. That brainstorming, that synergy, that collaboration can make all the difference in being successful. So we have facilitated this by creating a team jam concept. It's optional. If you want to work with a team, it is there for you to do. There are some people that thrive working solo. You can do it however you like, but we have it there for you. So we offer the training, we provide the teams, and then we have a reward system. A reward system so that as you incrementally move through all of the things that are important in building your business with Monetize Plus, that you can know your own track through this reward system. It's sophisticated, but it's designed so that you can focus on just one thing, and that one thing can have value. That one thing can make money for you. So what's the one thing you got to do? There are many ways to do it, but it's pretty simple. You just have to help get people interested in any of the things under our umbrella. Now, we have lots of webinars, but we do have other things as well, different types of lead magnets where people can come and put in their email and click the opt-in button. They never pay a penny. So your job, that one thing, is to get a person interested in putting their email into one of our opt-in pages, and once they do that, then incrementally you increase your share of ownership in the revenue pool that we pay out each monthly or each month. So we provide everything. We provide the lead magnets. We provide the opt-in pages, the squeeze pages, the surveys, the contests, the webinars, everything that you could think of wanting, we probably already have it. And you just focus on putting it out there, following trainings that we give you, and encouraging people to opt in for something of high value that costs them absolutely nothing. We have expert speakers, celebrity speakers. We have top quality programs, webinars, and replays. In fact, GoToWebinar, it was just, I think about 2 months ago, they sent me an email and they said, hey, Dan, Vetted Webinars ranks in the top 100 of all webinars that are using our system. We're on GoToWebinar right now. It is the dominant platform on the planet. And yet Vetted Webinars ranks in the top 100 of people who provide webinars through their platform. That's pretty impressive. What do we have that you can offer? You can offer online courses. We have them. They're free. People sign up, and when they do, you get a bigger percentage of the revenue pool. They can take surveys. We have these incredible surveys. You know, I wish I could show it to you, but if people go through the survey, they're credited to you. We have replays that we give, and we have live events like what you're on right now. You maybe listen to a replay, but we have that, and we do those over and over, week after week. We also have evergreen webinars, or auto webinars as they're sometimes called, and they're on a variety of different topics. All of these lead magnets and these programs are there for you to use today. We also have powerful niches that we're, able to reach because we have unlimited experts, unlimited speakers, and celebrities that are happy to speak under our banner. All right, here's some of the people right here on the right side of the screen. So you're doing this one thing, which is helping to get people interested in some of the incredible stuff that we have. And if they're interested, they put their email in, costs them nothing, and you get credited for that. So we have online courses and surveys in powerful niches. We have live events. We have evergreen auto webinars, replays, and all kinds of experts. And so as traffic comes in and they opt in, your job is done. You've done your one thing. We monetize this traffic or these opt-ins for you, and you don't have to worry about a thing. Not a thing. As the opt-ins or your traffic, gets into our database, then your percentage of the pool increases. The more valid leads that you get into the pool, then the more money that you're going to make. It's that simple. That simple. Now, let me give you a specific example with numbers so that you can understand how this works. In fact, I'm going to give you 2 examples, And I'm going to keep the numbers round and simple because I want you to understand the concept. Don't get too hung up on the actual numbers. Just understand the concept. There has never been anything like this. I'll compare it later to running your own business or maybe doing affiliate marketing. But I want you to just understand this so that you can see how powerful it is. Let's say that there were 10 people in the system, okay? These 10 people that you see here, maybe you're one of those, okay? And that these 10 people worked to create interest and traffic, an audience for the various things that we have to offer, the webinars, the courses, the things that we have to offer. And that each of these members just happened to bring in 100 leads. And we're talking in a month, all right? If they did that, that would mean that there would be a total of 1,000 leads in the system. So how would it work? We run webinars all the time. Let's say that in this month, we brought in $20,000 in net profits from our webinars, okay? We bring in a lot more. But from the 1,000 leads that we're talking about here, that are in the pool, that are in there because of these 10 people, it generated $20,000 in net profit, okay? Those are our webinar sales from the pool leads. That would mean that we have 20,000 net profit to split. How would we split it? Well, if all 10 pool members have the same number of valid leads, 100 each in this case, then each member would get 10% of the profit in the pool. That would mean that Monetize Plus would pay you and each member $2,000. That's the way it would work. Now, in a moment, when I compare this to affiliate market, you're going to see how significantly more fair this is than anything else that's out there on the web. Let's look at another example. This is similar. Let's say this is month 2. This is similar, but in this case, it's a little closer to reality because we all know that if there are 10 people out there doing things, that not all 10 people are going to get the same number of leads. Let's say this time there are 10 people in the system and collectively they all bring in 2,000 leads. And again, you're one of these people. Let's say that the 4 people on the left each brought in 200 leads, the 3 in the middle brought in 300 leads, and the 3 on the right each brought in 100 leads. That would give us 2,000 leads that have come into the system. We continue to run our webinars. Let's say that $20,000 is a net profit this month as well. I'm just trying to keep the numbers even and round so you can compare. All of this would be as a result of sales occurred based on the pool leads. That would mean we had 20,000 net profit to split. Monetize Plus pays like this. The people that had 200 leads would be getting 10% of the pool because 200 leads is 10% of all the leads. That means they would each get $2,000. Those people that brought in 300 leads, they have 15% of the pool. That means they would each get $3,000 for that month. And those people that had 100 leads would get 5% of the pool. That means they would be getting $1,000 per month. All right? In other words, we collectively work together to bring in leads. The leads that come in pay nothing. Once the leads in the system, we then present them with webinars. Eventually, something is going to interest them, and eventually they're going to buy. When they buy, the money goes into the Monetize Plus pool. The net profit goes in there, and then we split that up based on the percentage of that pool that you own. And that percentage is based on the number of leads that you happen to have or have accumulated at that point in time. Now, let's talk about these leads for a moment. You see, the unique thing is that a lead in our system is equal to any other lead. And that's because we have so many things that we offer. Our feeling about a lead is this: if a person opts in and they're in our database and they stay there and they keep opening emails and they keep attending webinars, eventually they're going to buy something. It's just, when are we going to present the thing they're interested in so that they will indeed buy? Well, when a lead comes in, the first thing we do is we filter them. We have a third-party system, and this is an extremely good system that we're using, multi-layered, in order to prevent fraud and keep people from cheating the system. But as leads come in, they're validated. If it's a good lead, if it's a real person, if they've truly opted in, then they go into the pool. If it's a junk lead or spam or somebody's using a throwaway email or whatever, then we throw them out the door, all right? And you may be thinking, well, my gosh, Dan, if I bring in a lead and you throw it out the back door, then I'm not getting credit. You're right. You're not getting credit because it wasn't a good lead. And if this were your own business and you brought in a junk lead, you'd make no money off that junk lead there either. A junk lead is a junk lead. You get it out, throw it away, and you just keep going for the good stuff, all right? So there's no tricks here. It's, we're looking for good, valid leads. We all do that together, and the more we find, the more money we make, and then we split it up. We only deliver to deliverable emails, and we constantly monitor this. Now, the reason that we think all leads are equal is because different people are looking for different things, and we have lots of different stuff. So, you know, we have a webinar. Somebody says, hey, I need a money-making opportunity. Maybe they buy on webinar number 1. Somebody says, hey, I want motivation, and so they buy a motivational program on webinar number 2. And maybe somebody else says, hey, I need to lose weight, and they buy on a webinar number 3. Maybe somebody wants to buy a software program, and we're offering that on webinar number 4. And then maybe somebody wants to learn marketing, so there's a training course that we're offering in webinar number 5. It keeps going. I'm interested in Amazon. We present an Amazon webinar for those folks. It goes on and on and on because we have webinars that cover so many topics. Eventually, if a person is interested in attending webinars, and if they stay on our list and they attend a webinar, eventually they'll probably buy something. And when they do, the money goes into the pool, and we share it with you. You gotta love it. You just have to love it. I love it. It's the way I've been making my money for a good while now. But you have that opportunity now. But you may be thinking, well, Dan, okay, I'm kind of starting to understand this, but how does it compare to affiliate marketing? Because everybody and their brother's doing affiliate marketing, and you're right, it's extremely competitive. It's because a lot of businesses have figured out that they can pay you, the affiliate, peanuts to help build their business, and it's really a little bit of a rigged system. Let's look at it, all right? Now, I'm not saying you can't make money as an affiliate marketer. Some of you may be doing that, but it's still a little bit of a rigged system. Let's look at how it works. You join an affiliate program. What I'm talking about today with Monetize Plus is not an affiliate program. But you join an affiliate program, and then you go out and you post affiliate links, and you do ads all over the place at your expense. Okay, you send traffic to offers that are given to you by the affiliate provider. Now, potential customers, they see your ads, they see your links, and they may click on these things. And when they click, guess what? They are generally delivered to a page, and on the page is trying to sell them something right then and there. If they buy, then that sale is attached to you, and you get a percentage, a small percentage. But if they don't buy, you get nothing. You haven't even added a person to your email list. You may have added a person to their email list, but hey, that's it. It's like hit or miss. They might buy, they usually don't, and if they don't, you don't get paid. If you do happen to get someone that buys the affiliate product, then you earn a commission. Now, let's talk about the cons of this. Typically, affiliate offers are low quality offers. Okay, go and look at like ClickBank or JVZoo or whatever. I'm not saying there aren't some good things there, but typically it's a lot of low quality offers. There is very little training provided by the vendor, and you have to join a lot of programs because you may sell one thing from this company and one thing from that company, and it gets very unwieldy after a while, just keeping track of what companies you're dealing with and what products you're selling. The programs come and go. I can't tell you how many times I've put links out there, traffic starts coming in, and all of a sudden, it's gone. They're not offering it anymore, and they've cut off their affiliates, and you're dead in the water. It's extremely competitive. There are people that are really good at affiliate marketing, and they do dominate. But there's also just millions of people who are just hacking around at it, a little bit here, a little bit there. All of that adds up to be an extremely competitive market trying to sell low-quality products to an audience that's really not all that big or interested. The clicks are hard to come by. You've got low quality, that means you got low-quality click-through rate. If you don't get a sale, hey, you're out of luck, and there is no list building in most cases. Mostly small payouts. These are all one-off sales. You sell them something, that's it forever, and there are no future commissions. I hate to say it, but that is how affiliate marketing works. So let's compare that with this crazy new thing that I'm telling you is so great. Okay, let's compare that to Monetize Plus. Here's how Monetize Plus works. You join Monetize Plus. You learn the ropes through mentoring and training. I teach you really well because you're more like my partner than just some throwaway affiliate. Okay, we're in this for the long haul. You send traffic to lead magnets. I provide lots of great lead magnets, and typically the traffic is interested in webinars and the various webinar topics that we have. That's a hot thing. People are interested in webinars, much more than going to an affiliate, ClickBank page. Potential customers opt in for free. No big deal. Put your email in. We're going to have a webinar. It's going to be this speaker next Thursday or next Wednesday, whenever. Potential customers, they sign up. They're free webinars. If they opt in or sign up or register, your job is done. You have now earned a little bit more of a share in the monthly profit pool. It's not a one-hit wonder thing. You earn a percentage of monthly profit from the pool whether your lead buys or not. Gosh, you got to read that again. You earn a percentage of monthly profit from the profit pool whether your lead buys or not. There is no program, no affiliate program out there that's going to pay you if your lead doesn't buy, except for Monetize Plus. And there's a reason for that. We offer high quality offers. We promote known experts. We have new offers every week. This is a long-term program. There is low competition. There are not that many people or companies out there that run webinars. Not near as many as there are affiliates out there and people wanting you to be affiliate marketers. We have high quality stuff. That means you're going to get more clicks and opt-ins. There's no purchase for a person to opt in or register, so it's a lot easier to get the lead. No sale, no problem. Not a problem at all, because we're interested in list building. We know that if we can just get a quality lead in our database, they will eventually buy. In the affiliate model, they're hoping that a lead's going to come in and just buy straight up. No trust, no relationship. They've done a click. All of a sudden, they're looking at a page, and the page is trying to sell them something. They don't, what are the odds the person's going to buy? With ours, it's, hey, we're not trying to just push something out there and just sell it, after a click. We want you to attend a webinar. We want you to learn who we are, understand the product, and then buy if it's something that you think will help you. So we're really into list building. And you get to make profit on high ticket sales, between $300 and $3,000 on average, rather than little trinkets being sold through affiliate programs. You're allowed to grow future commissions because you continue to get a percentage of the pool month after month after month, you're building a nest egg. That's what you're doing. And to top it off, we keep it simple. With affiliate marketing, you've got to learn everything so that you can build somebody else's business. In this one, you need to get good at one thing so that we can collectively build this thing together. All right, folks, the water's nice here. It's really, really nice. Your options really boil down to three things. If you're trying to make money online, here are what your options boil down to. You can either do it yourself, do an affiliate program, or do something like Monetize Plus. If you want to build everything yourself, here's the reality. And you can go and do this. I'm not making this up. Go to Google and type in online business failure rate. This is what pops up right at the top. According to many sources, more than 90% of all internet business startups end in failure within the first 120 days, and that number is all too accurate. 90%. This alarming rate goes unheeded for a number of reasons, and the article goes on. That's what Google presents as the #1 result if you do that search. So, option one, do it yourself, but you've got to be aware that there is a 90% failure rate. Here's the next choice. I think I know this guy. I recognize those shoes. You could do affiliate marketing, right? But let's go back to Google and do a search, and you know what comes up on the first page? This article from the Warrior Forum, which specializes in internet marketers and affiliate marketers. And it says straight up, 95% of internet marketers and affiliate marketers fail, and this person was writing after reading an article about it. So there we go. We could do affiliate marketing, and we've got a 95% failure rate there. But let's search further. Let's take a look at mentoring, because that's what Monetize Plus is at its core. I want to teach you what's working for me so that you can work with me. I found this article, also page 1 results, from Inc. magazine, and there was one particular paragraph that said it all. The success rate of mentoring or of a mentored small business compared to those without a mentor is a stunning 70%. 70% of mentored businesses survive more than 5 years. So if you work with someone and they mentor you, you have a 70% chance of success. Or you could go with the 90% chance of failure, or you could go with the 95% chance of failure. Which approach seems most viable to you? Type this into the chat box. I'd like to know. Which of these, just tell me, 1, 2, 3, or 4, seems like the best way for you to make money online after hearing what I've shared with you? Either do it yourself, that's #1, or do affiliate marketing, that's #2, or Monetize Plus, that's what I've been talking about. Or here's another one, how about a combination of the above? Monetize Plus is something that you could do and devote your available time to it, either full-time or part-time. Or it's something that you could add to what you already have going. Maybe what you've got going, you like it. You know, it's not making as much as you wish it was, but you just want to keep going because you love it. You could layer Monetize Plus on top of that or alongside of that and have two things, because with Monetize Plus, two things can actually work out really well. You're going to have to do lead generation for both no matter what. So why not really learn how to do it well, and then when a lead comes in, really amp up the monetization part? Because we can monetize a lead if we just get it. I did a survey like the one that I just did 30 days ago. And here are the actual results that came in. You can actually see there were about, if I remember right, about 800 people on the call when we did the survey. And of the 800 people who had just seen exactly what you have just seen, these were the results. Most people felt, after looking at what I shared, that Monetize Plus would give them the best opportunity to actually make the kind of money that they had thought they could make when they first had the idea of doing something online. And second would be some combination of Monetize Plus with what they already had going. That's what most people think when they see this. So let me share with you what happens if you want to say yes. If you want to say yes, there's some people that are saying that already. But if you want to say yes, here's what happens, okay? When you say yes, we guarantee you, I guarantee you, that you will have access to my Monetize Plus $1 Million monetization engine. You get full access to that right away. You can have it tonight. You get never-ending training and mentoring on how to add leads to the Monetize Plus pool and increase your profits. We do assignment-style training where we suggest things that you can do, and then you go out and you can do it. We reward you if you do it, and we also have guest experts come in and help teach you how to do things. Our training is absolutely superlative, okay? Lots of it. But the cool thing is initially you can kind of explore the landscape and kind of get a feel for where you would fit in. Ultimately, you get to pick the type thing that you want to do, the thing that you feel you're best at, and you contribute your personal talents and your personal interests in the area that you're interested in, rather than trying to do everything or me trying to force you to do something that you're not interested in. You get access to pre-built lead magnets and opt-in pages, so you can fire your programmer and you can shut down that WordPress page where you're trying to learn how to do all that. You don't really need it. We do that for you. You'll get a significant increase in the likelihood of succeeding. That's because mentored businesses, mentored entrepreneurs have a 70% success rate. That's what Inc. magazine says. So you're going to get an increased likelihood of success. There is a structured teamwork environment within a community of like-minded entrepreneurs all working on the same thing. Every other member that is with Monetize Plus is your partner. That is not the case in anything else you're involved in. I know there are a lot of programs out there that have Facebook groups, and they're great. Don't misunderstand the statement. They are great. But the other people in that Facebook group, they are competing against you because they're probably learning the same strategy, doing the same program, and in a way, they're competing against you. In this program, you'd be really happy if somebody else started bringing in tons of leads because those leads are going to bring in tons of money because you're getting a percentage of the profit pool. Everybody benefits. There is a safety net. You'll be amazed when I show you this in detail in 1 second, but there is a safety net to assure that you don't bottom out, that you don't spend more than you earn. And we also really believe in team groups. This is optional, but we're finding that about 80% of the people coming on board are joining our team jams, or they're joining our crowd-funded ad programs or other projects. I'll talk more about that in just a minute. But if you're tired of working it alone, this gives you an opportunity to team up with a small group within or under the umbrella of Monetize Plus and work with that team. When you say yes, we also guarantee you the highest probability of building a profitable business from day one of any program on the market. That I truly believe. Because this is newbie friendly. I designed it to be newbie friendly. What I appreciate from, and I learned this from all of the students I've worked with over the years, is that each student or each person that I have had the honor of working with, they've each had a special, unique talent or skill, something they could do really well. But the problem is all the other stuff that they needed to do in order to be successful online, that was a challenge for them. In time, they could probably get it, but my gosh, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this was designed so that we move all that stuff to the side. newbie friendly. You can focus on something you're interested in, and I can help you to bring that talent that you have out and apply it to something that can actually make money. We have a fast start mentoring program to maximize your cash flow in the first 4 months, and a full unveiling of our exclusive Just One Thing simplification program. I keep talking about it, but it's important. I don't want you to do 1,000 things. I want you to do one thing and do it well. If you can do one thing well, you'll do well with Monetize Plus. If you can do several things, that's great, but one thing's what's required. Also, break even. I've never heard anybody offer this, but we guarantee that you're going to break even or profit from day 120 and forevermore. I'll show you that in detail in a minute. Starting after month 4, your personal no-loss safety net kicks in, and it's there permanently. I can do that because I know the numbers in my business. And I know that if you do X, Y, and Z, I know it's going to have certain results. I can guarantee that you're going to have certain results. It takes 4 months to get there, though. In the 5th month, it kicks in, and you're all set. For fun, and I don't like to do business or even work with anyone unless I'm having fun, right? So we've added some fun stuff in there as well, and this is a nice one. What we do each month is we will pick one person, one member of the team, and for no reason other than just luck of the draw, we will double your payout for that month. That makes it fun. You never know which month it's going to be, but one person a month gets their commission doubled. And you may be thinking, God, if I just knew up front that you were going to double my money, then I could really hustle. Well, we decided we'd do that too. So we do it in 2 ways. One way, we just pick a random person that did not know and we just double their money. The other way is we tell you, hey, Joe, or hey, Sally, next month, we're going to double your paycheck. So get out there, do whatever you're going to do, because at the end of the month when you get paid, whatever your results are, we're going to double it. And we just threw this in because it's something fun, and it's adds a little bit of excitement in helping to build the business together. Now, when you say yes, here's what you're going to save. And I mean this literally, because if you were to try to build what I'm going to give to you, it would cost this, if not more. The training and mentoring that you're going to get is worth over $80,000. The pre-built lead magnets and opt-in pages worth over $30,000. The tools and all the tool costs that you get access to, we have over 50 tools that we distribute to our members for their use. You don't have to pay anything extra for them. We give them to you to help you build your business. Staffing or outsourcing, if you had to hire all that we hire, you'd be spending about $250,000 a year. The support community, because not only do we have a support community, but it's staffed, and we also have support and help desk personnel as well. That would be about $20,000 a year. The safety net, if you wanted to go to an insurance company and say, hey, I'm doing my own business online, would you guarantee me break even on this venture of mine? I don't think they'd even give you that kind of insurance, but it's worth at least $100,000 a year. And the monetization engine itself, which I've built over the last many years, that is worth $1 million. Because if you wanted it, first of all, I would sell it for $1 million, but if you wanted it, to recreate it would probably take you at least $1 million and probably about 5 to 10 years if you could do it. All of this would cost you over $1.5 million if you were to try to set it up. So you're saving that by saying yes. So go tell your spouse or your partner, hey, honey, guess what? I just saved $1.5 million. You're going to get a big kiss. Now, the training that we do, normally I bring in my one of my partners, Mike Balmaceda, about this time. He's on an airplane right now, and he might be listening in on Wi-Fi, but I said, hey, Mike, don't worry. I'll take care of this. But we have training and brainstorming sessions. They're free, and they occur weekly, sometimes more often. and you attend those, and we cover a lot of stuff. But let me just cover what we cover in the first 6 weeks to give you a feel for things. First, we do a monetization fast start orientation so that you can just get a feel for the whole thing. There's a lot to show you. The second thing that we do is we introduce you to all of our various lead magnets so that you can understand how they work. We have webinars and auto webinars, and we have courses, and we have surveys, and we have all kinds of stuff. And so we show you how that works so that you can begin to drive traffic to it and begin to build your percentage of the pool. We also promote live expert webinars, and we show you how you can get involved in that. We also allow you to promote Monetize Plus itself. This very program that you're listening to right now. And you may be thinking, wow, this sounds interesting. Guess what? It is interesting, and there are a lot of people interested in it. It's brand new, and it's going to be huge. You can introduce this to other people, and that too would increase your percentage of the pool. We have Team Jams, and we also have a Facebook ad program where we will manage Facebook ads for you. I'll talk about that more in a minute. And we have something called the Idea Factory. We just keep going on and on and on with teaching you how to build your business so that you don't have to keep paying for trainings and paying for webinars. You can just attend ours, and we'll show you everything you need to do, because guess what? I know what you need to do. I've been doing it for years. It's working and making money. I just need more people to do it. So let's take a look at the Monetization Plus member area. This is what you would get as soon as you say yes. Now there's a lot here. It's going to go really fast. Don't even try to contemplate what it all is. This is the member area. As soon as you get in there, you can see that there's a lot of stuff, resources to help you be successful at this business. This is not garbage stuff. Everything you see here can help you with the business. You don't have to go through it all in a week. You can just pace yourself through it at your own speed, all right? We have FAQs that explain the concept to you very, very clearly and in detail so that you can grasp what this thing is. Once it clicks in your head and that light bulb goes off, you'll be in like Flint, and you'll be good to go. We have trainings. We have lead generation libraries. We have our Team Jams. We have all of this stuff, okay? In fact, the various lead pages, I'm kind of skim through here. We have webinars. You can promote Monetize Plus itself. We have a blog network that has thousands of blogs. You can post any of those posts. We have courses. We have surveys. We have live auto webinars, and we also have live webinars. Again, it goes on and on and on. The things that are already there that you can share in order to help you build your business. You don't have to create this stuff. The next thing, we have a university of courses. Okay, what we've done here is we've gone out onto the web and we've discovered the things that are most important for you to be successful in this business. We've got free courses that we've screened through Udemy. We've also got another list of courses that are at $10 or less. In other words, if you wanted to really learn how to do a particular thing well, hey, go and take a course at Udemy or Pinterest and expand your knowledge even further, because now that knowledge can be applied instantly, and you've got a monetization engine that will make more money from your applied knowledge than anything else you can do. So we have this marketing university that has all of this great stuff already pre-screened, ready for you to take a look at, including over 130 specific lead generation ideas with the links directly to where you go in order to do a strategy if you'd like to do it. So there's no shortage of knowledge and how to. We also have a badge reward system. Our members love this because what this does is it breaks down every single thing that you should do incrementally, step by step, so that you can onboard and get going at your own pace. But as you do, it rewards you. It rewards you with badges, and we've got a leaderboard so that you can know that you're on track. And if you need help, there is help everywhere. We have a progress board. We have step-by-step details. Our trainings are all highlighted so that you only have to read just what's important to you. We have both basic and advanced training and thorough instructions throughout. Our badge reward system, here are some of the badges that are available. And again, this is just a fun thing, but it allows you to make sure that you're getting every single thing done as you move through the program. We don't leave anything to doubt. And some of you, I'm sure, are thinking, my God, Dan, why did you go to all this effort to do this? It's simple. This is my business. I care whether you succeed or not. I really do. But in order for you to do that, there are certain steps and knowledge that you have to have. And so I built a system that makes it simple, simple, simple. And you can just, pace yourself through this, knowing that you're going in the right direction. And as you go forward, the results will be forthcoming. If that weren't the case, I wouldn't be guaranteeing that you're going to be break even or better in month 5. I couldn't make that guarantee. As you go through, what happens is you do these steps and the badges are then awarded to you, just as you see here on the screen. It's a lot of fun, and we have a little activity code thing. It's real simple. Basically, when you achieve a certain task, we're going to give you an activity code. You stick it in here, click the button, and it gives you credit for that step, and then you move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. We have a little fun leaderboard so that people can see where they stand in the whole scheme of things. We also have a lead generation library. It covers over 20+ categories. And what this is just a place to go if you want to get really good at, say, SEO, or really good at YouTube, or really good at Pinterest or Instagram, whatever the one thing is that you pick. We've already pre-screened really great lead generation articles, and we're pulling them all in these curated blog posts. There are thousands of posts there so that you can learn something really good, focus in on it, and get a bigger and bigger share of the revenue pool. Also, we have a Facebook group. I mentioned this earlier, but every single person that's in this Facebook group is your partner. I looked at the Facebook group right before I jumped on this webinar, and people, it was kind of interesting because people have gotten into a habit of saying, hey, I just got my first lead, or hey, I just got 10 leads, or hey, I'm in the Facebook group and I've got 40 leads, or it's really exciting, all right? You are so early into this. It was only released about a month ago, that you are part of our beta group. We're cutting our first paychecks January the 1st. First paychecks go out January the 1st. We pay in 190 countries. Yes, this is international. We pay in local currency if you want it. We pay by wire if you want it. We pay by PayPal if you want it. We pay by e-check. We'll even mail you a check if you want it. Whatever. We've got a top-tier payout system. So all that's in place. The Facebook group is where you can go and you can share ideas, discuss things, brainstorm. You can even kind of recruit and build a little team to work together. It's part of our Team Jam. There's a lot of that going on. There is a lot of synergy and excitement inside the Facebook group. Let's talk about these Team Jams a little bit. I just want you to understand the concepts. It's interesting, but another partner of mine, Ian Jascourt, who you'll meet later, he is on a retreat for a couple of days and could not join me. He usually pops in about now. But what Ian does is he manages our Team Jams. And here's what a Team Jam is. It's a small group of people between 3 to 10. And they focus on a single area that they're interested in. For example, if you're into blogging and posting, because maybe you're good at that, you could be in that Team Jam. If you are the type that likes Facebook, you can be involved in that particular Team Jam, or Instagram, or LinkedIn, or Pinterest, or video marketing, or maybe you're a programmer and do a little WordPress. We've got that kind of a group. Maybe you're the type that just likes to go out on the web and discover strategies, or hang out at webinars, or go to live events and learn strategies. And we want you. We want you to go find the best strategies out there and bring them back, and we'll implement them, you and your team, and we'll make them happen. Because if we can make a strategy work, that will bring us leads, and we know we can monetize those leads. See the difference? There's a big difference in how we think about making money online, and working collectively makes it easier. There's a quote I love about teamwork. So I'm going to read it to you. Teamwork is so important that it is virtually impossible for you to reach the heights of your capability or to make the money that you want without becoming very good at it. I don't know if you're familiar with Brian Tracy, but one of the great sales trainers of our times. And this quote means a lot, especially within the framework of Monetize Plus. But he is basically saying that teamwork is important, and it's virtually impossible to reach the heights of your capabilities or to make the kind of money that you want without being very good at it. We at Monetize Plus are dedicated to being very good at teamwork. It's exciting, it's fun. We have lots of teams, and we are all a team. How much does it cost you if you want to be a part of this? Well, I want to answer the question really forthright up front, okay? I'm going to ask you to invest a little bit of money, but I'm going to show you and guarantee you how that money is going to be put right back in your pocket. I need to know that you're serious, and it's taking a lot to fund this. So let me explain what I call a zero-risk engagement program. Let's take 4 months. The first 4 months that you come on board, all right? The first month you pay $600. You invest $600 in this. And then month 2 and month 3 and month 4, you invest $600. So you're investing $600 each month. Now, that first month that you're with us, you're able to explore everything. We don't hold anything back. And if for any reason at the end of the first 30 days you decide this is not for you, then we just give you that money back. No big deal. If you don't want to make money with me, it's okay. If you do, hey, let's go for it. But I'm going to let you have a full 30 days to decide if this is something that you think you can run with, something that you wake up each morning looking forward to doing. That's the type of engagement that I'm looking for. Now, as the months go forward, I do something that's unheard of. I do a guarantee. Starting in month 5, I give you a no-loss guarantee so that as you continue to invest monthly, I guarantee that you're going to either break even or make money. So what happens is this. As month 5 comes along and you invest your $600, you are guaranteed that you're going to make a minimum profit of $600. I guarantee it. So in essence, you're at a wash. You're at zero from month 5. You're either going to be making money or breaking even from month 5 going forward. And that goes on forever. So you're covered. And so some of you are thinking, well, okay, if I could just get to month 5, I'd be with you, Dan. What about the money that I put forth here in those first 4 months? Well, that is the third tier of the guarantee I put together. I am so confident that you will make money doing this that I have a 365-day guarantee stacked on top of the other 2 guarantees. We've got the 30-day guarantee, we've got the break-even guarantee, and now we've got the third tier of guarantee, which is 365-day guarantee. And in this event, I offer 100% of any money you've put forth back to you, provided you meet these performance guarantees, or these performance conditions. You need to stay current for the year. You need to average 1 lead a day. Come on, folks. 1 lead a day. At the end of a year of working with me, you should be able to have at least 365 leads. You may have 365,000 for all I know, but you need to have at least 365 leads, okay? And if that's the case, then you just make a request and say, hey, Dan, it's not for me. I've tried it for a year. I'm out, and I will give you the first 4 months that you paid back. So this is a zero-risk engagement program. You're having to put forth a little bit in the beginning with a guarantee that you can't lose if you just try. There's no small print. There's no catches. I'm not trying to trick anybody here, but I am looking for serious people. But I got some good news. You remember earlier I told you that there was a word that would be worth a lot of money to you. Does anybody remember what the word is? Bonkers. Because this is new, because I respect Ty and appreciate the fact that he's opened up this audience, you guys, to what I'm talking about. I'm doing something that I can't keep doing, but I'm going to do it for you guys. It's half price. That's right, half price. Everything I just said about the $600 a month, forget it. With the coupon code of Bonkers, then you will be grandfathered in, and it will be $300 a month, and you still get all the guarantees. You still get the 30-day money-back guarantee. You still get the break-even guarantee starting at month 5, and you still get the performance guarantee that covers anything that you've put in at the end of the first year. So the question is have you arrived at a yes yet? $600 a month includes the 3-way no-loss guarantee, and of course you put in the coupon code of Bonkers, and it's only $300. Now, the link is here if you want to go over and go ahead and sign up, but I've got some more things to share with you, so head over if you've got to run, and I'm pretty sure this is being recorded. You can listen to the replay, but ez.ht/join is the link if you'd like to be a member of Monetize Plus. I'm not going to repeat this offer again. What you see is what you get. Here's how you will save 50% though. I want to make sure you know. Your coupon code is Bonkers. You will go to ez.ht/join. You'll see a page like you see here on the right, and you'll enter your coupon code on the checkout page right there. It's going to first ask you for your name and stuff like that. You'll click the button, and then you'll get to this page, which is the payment page, and you'll enter in Bonkers right there and apply the coupon. That's the green button, and that will cut it in half permanently. Permanently. Okay? Now, the coupon expires on the last day of this offer. Okay? And we're going to run this thing, I think we're going to run it up until Monday at midnight. Okay? But we're going to run it for a few days here, and on midnight of the last day, that's when the coupon expires, with one exception. We know that some of you want to talk to somebody. First, you want to talk to your spouse or your partner or other significant other or your kids, whatever. And you may need to do that. And you may want to talk to us on the phone, a live person, human being, like either me or Mike or Ian or some other person on my team. And if that's the case, if you've scheduled a call and that midnight opportunity passes, we'll extend it for you if you're waiting for that call. I'll give you some details on that in just a moment. So that's the way you say yes. So the question is, which path to profit really makes most sense to you? Path A is Monetize Plus with a no-loss guarantee. Path B is you just stay with what you got. The Franken strategy, maybe. Stick with it. One day, it might work. That's the choice as I see it. Or you do a combination. You do Monetize Plus and you keep going with whatever you've got, especially if it's starting to show some promise, and you do the two together. And again, ez.ht/join. Now, here are the reasons that somebody might say no. There's 5 reasons, and I want to address them. First is time. You're thinking, well, Dan, I like it. I wish I had heard about this a year ago, or maybe 6 months from now, after I've had my cat litter box trained, I can do this. But right now I don't have any time. Well, let me give you a little bit of a visual here. You've got a choice. And here in this little video, let's say that you were going to shop for a house. You could go and build one yourself, or you could just go and move into one that's already ready. That's what your decision here is. So if you're thinking it's a time issue, do you really have time to build all of this? You could start now, and if you got to go a little slow because you're finishing up on something else, or maybe you need to wait a little while, that's fine. It's going to be here, but we want to get you locked in why we've got this thing at half price. So do you want to move into a ready-to-go house that has the furniture there, the electricity's on, everything's great, you know, supper's on the table? Or do you want to build it yourself? That's time. The next thing is money. Very few of us have money to burn, right? And you certainly don't want to burn money on yet another opportunity that doesn't pan out. But I will tell you this, in learning to make money online, it boils down to you figuring out how you can leverage your skills and time so that it works on your behalf. Money, time, and connections, that's what's important. I'm handing it to you. You can leverage yourself and what money you do have. You can leverage that with this opportunity in a way that's really impossible in anything else I've ever seen. And look at this. If you're wondering how much it should cost for you to start a business, go to Google. Do a search. Average cost to start a business. And you know what pops up right at the top? You don't even have to scroll down. It tells you straight away. $30,000. Okay? If you read the small print, it goes on to say that you could start a little micro business and maybe you could get away with maybe $3,000. But it's going to run you somewhere between $3,000 to $30,000 to start a business. But then, do you remember that other Google search I did? This business has a 90% chance of failure. Compare that to what I have. My business isn't a startup. My business is already making millions. My business isn't going to fail. It's already passed all those hurdles. And yet, for $300 a month, you're able to tap into that. It's way less than $3,000, way less than $30,000. Money's not the issue here. If you want to make this happen, you can figure out that part. Belief in yourself. That's a big one. A lot of people think, Dan, gosh, it sounds good, but everything I've tried doesn't work. You know, I don't know if I can do it. Here's what we have that makes this doable. It's not just you anymore. If you heard anything I said today, I kept talking about teams. If you were involved with a team, the odds of you being successful would be significantly higher. You could soar. So belief in yourself will kill you if it's not there and you're all by yourself. But if you're with a team, you'll get the support and the help to be good at that one thing that you know you're good at. So I think we've covered that as well. How about the opportunity? A lot of times, especially these days, you kind of get tainted. You start thinking, this sounds like another one of those things. Do you really trust the opportunity? Well, let me kind of go through some things to think about. Number one, look at my reputation. I tried to bullet point some of it earlier, not because I'm trying to brag. In fact, I kind of hate that slide. But I have done successful things. I've done a lot of things that have failed too. But I've done many successful things. I do have a good reputation out there on the web. I don't think Ty would have invited me if he thought I was, you know, anything less than honorable. So there's that, okay? The second thing is this is a pre-existing and a proven business. I'm not asking you to try something as a startup. I'm not asking you to go it alone. I'm asking you, would you like to be involved in something that's already making millions? Yes or no? So it's proven already. It's just, do you want to be a part of it? Training and tools. No matter what you do, you got to have training and tools. Do you want to continue to pay for all that stuff? Or would you like for us to provide all that stuff? We provide it all in spades. All right? Everything that you need is included in that $30. Now, there are some little incremental things that are optional, you know, that you could put some money into. For example, I showed you earlier, if you wanted to take a Udemy course, I don't own Udemy, but I do know they've got some great courses over there that cost $10. So if you want to throw 10 bucks at a course over there and really learn how to do something good and come back and apply it here, then hey, that might be a good $10 investment. But it's that kind of stuff, little small nickel and dime stuff. You don't have to, look at these big expensive things anymore. Also, is the deal long-term? Is it fair? And is it doable? Ask yourself, this is a long-term thing. I've been doing it a long time. I'm going to continue doing it. Is it fair? I explained a pay program that could not possibly be more fair. And is it doable? It's doable. Even though this is new, we already have people that are doing it. Leads are coming in. They're getting percentage of the pool. And we're about to make our first payout at the 1st of January. And there is already, in fact, we're going to be announcing how much money they're getting in about a week for the people that started last month. So it's doable. And it's guaranteed. I've got this thing wrapped up left, right, and center. 30-day guarantee. 365-day guarantee. A no-loss guarantee starting in month 5. Go try to find a business like that. I'm not aware of any. And then lastly, there's this one. This was a big one for me early on in some of the things I wanted to do. Not everything worked out, and my spouse was quick to remind me of that. And you may have some significant other in your life, and you may need to explain to them why you think this is different than that thing you did last week that lost a bunch of money. And so we've got you covered there. If your spouse says she's going to kill you, no problem, because we accept zombies, ghosts, and the dearly departed. Sorry, that was a joke. But here's the answer, okay? If you think someone else needs to know about this, then please invite your spouse or your partner to watch this very presentation. There's going to be a replay. Watch the presentation. Either let them watch it or watch it with them and make a decision that's good for your family or good for you and your partner. Encourage them to read this press release. I mentioned it briefly early on, but here's the link to it. All right, go to easy.ht/monetize plus news, and I'm announcing that I'm giving away my business. I want the world to know. Share that with your partner. Make sure that you and your partner understand that there is a 3-tier guarantee, and you can go through it so they understand it. Log in and go through our trainings. You get the first 30 days guaranteed. So go ahead, jump in, and go in and look at this thing hard for the next 30 days and go through the trainings and make sure it's something that you feel you can succeed at. If you do, I want to work with you. If you don't, I want to give you your money back so you can go find something that will work for you. I don't want your money if just for the heck of it. I want you to be a part of my team. And then, I don't know how many people offer something like this, but we have a hotline where you can speak with a real person. And to do that, all you have to do is go to ez.ht/help-me-do-this and schedule a time. Now, I mentioned earlier that we do this. We are going to be returning calls starting on Sunday. So you can go ahead and put in a time that's convenient for you, and we'll start returning the calls on Sunday. I normally do them straight away, and I apologize for that, but there's quite a few people on my team, but I feel that if you call, you need to either talk to me or Ian or Mike because they are really high up in my organization and understand this thing inside and out, and we want to be able to answer your questions. And as I told you earlier, both Mike and Ian happen to be away until Sunday. So we're going to open it up on Sunday. So if you go ahead and reserve a spot, then we can do that. And if you do, don't worry about the deadline. The deadline is going to expire Monday at midnight, but if you're on our Help Me Do This call list and we haven't got back to you, we'll extend it until we've been able to speak. And the purpose of this is that if there is anything at all that is between you and a yes, Let's just talk about it. I don't care what it is. You lay it on the table and you say, hey, Dan, I would do this, but I got to whatever, you know, and it's going to take 30 days, or, you know, I got to do this, but can you talk to my spouse? I want to do this, but all my credit cards are maxed out. I want to do this, but every time I click the button, it gives me a dead page. I mean, I don't care what it is. If there's something between you and a yes, then go to ez.ht/help me do this. If there is not anything between you and a yes, and you're just sitting on the edge of your seat and saying, I want to get going, then hey, we've got something else. It's called a join page, and that's at ez.ht/join. And then this quote says it all, by Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. That's it. If you don't start, this won't work. If you do start, it's guaranteed, based on the 3-tier guarantee that I've shared with you. That's it. Now, when you go to the join link, ez.ht/join, and we're going to be opening it up for questions in just a moment here. I just want to show you a couple of steps of how to get on through this with ease and make sure you get the discount. You're going to create your own password. So save that so that you can immediately log into the member area. It's a lot of fun, exciting stuff in there. And just tip, as soon as you get in there, join the Facebook group and also start going through the badges. It'll incrementally step you through every single little thing that's important for you to do. So you're going to create your password and you're going to save that, all right? Then make sure that you scroll through the terms and conditions. There's a little checkbox at the bottom, and you need to check that. You also might want to read it, all right? And once you've done that, then you click the Create Account button, and that will take you to a second page where you will enter in your password. I'm sorry, not password, but your coupon code. It's right there on the screen, BONKERS, B-O-N-K-E-R-S, and you'll be able to get half price, all right? And I can see already there are some people signing up. There is a Facebook group. And you know, I haven't covered the details about it, but let me just mention it so that you understand how it works. And I should say a Facebook paid ads group. Get this for an idea. We all know that if you were really good at running ads on Facebook, that you could run ads and the ads would generate traffic and leads, and those leads would likely join to attend a free webinar. I mean, that's a given. And I know it's a given because I do it big time every day, all day and night. In fact, my accountant, her name is Penny, she told me last week, she said, Dan, she says, you know, we're coming up and got to do taxes and all that stuff coming up. She said, just wanted you to know that last year you spent $389,000. I'm sorry. $289,000 on Facebook ads, $289,000 on Facebook ads. And I looked at that and I'm going, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Do you think that I would spend $289,000 on Facebook ads if I weren't making more than $289,000? Heck no. I have 2 full-time people that run my Facebook ad program. So if you want to run Facebook ads, you know, you could do it this way. You either go and learn Facebook and you go set up there and you hook up the account to your bank account so that Facebook can suck money out of there, and you start running ads. Where are you going to drive them to? You don't have free webinars, so you drive them to something, and will people buy? Likely not. All right, and it ends up that Facebook just eats away at all of your money. That's crazy. So what we're doing is we are pooling ad money together collectively in a Facebook ad group. It's a special team jam that doesn't require your participation. You don't have to do anything. But each person puts in $200 a month. We got a lot of people in there. I mean, almost 70% of the people that are joining this too. But you join that and you put your $200 in. Now guess what? You are immediately getting access to my expert Facebook ad managers. You don't have to pay anything for them. I pay. all right? But your money is going into a pool, and we're running ads with that money, and we're driving leads to the opt-in pages and the webinars from Facebook, and I know it works. I've got, just last year alone, $289,000 worth of experience in running Facebook ads. And now you can jump into that same bandwagon for 200 bucks. That's it. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do under the umbrella of this Monetize Plus thing that you can't do in anything else. And that's absolutely crazy. You will see when you get in the Facebook group, people are saying, hey, I just got 30 leads or 40 leads from the Facebook ad program. That's right. That's right. I wouldn't take your listen, here's what's crazy. I wouldn't take your $200 if I didn't think that I could make you more than $200. Why would I do that? Because I don't make anything off this. I just take the $200 and give it to Facebook, and we run ads. Okay, if that thing is not bringing in leads that buy, you'd be upside down. I know it works, and that's why I'm, very, very open to offering it. In fact, you'll get the details when you join of how you can get the first month in the Facebook ad group. I'll give you 180 bucks. Okay, there's a couple of things I'm going to ask from you, but I will give you 180 bucks so that you can start. And that first month, it's only 20 bucks if you want to get in the Facebook ad group. But all those kind of details are in there already. easy.ht/join. Enter in bonkers as your coupon code. And again, when you get there, you can put in your email and your password. You're going to scroll down through the terms and conditions, and you're going to check where it says, yes, I agree to the terms. And if there is anything between you and a yes, then you're going to go to our Monetize Plus Help Me Do This page. If you have any challenge whatsoever, and that page is at easy.ht/help me do this, and you'll pick a day and a time, and on Sunday we'll start doing our callbacks, and we will talk to you, whatever it is. And it'll either be me or Mike or Ian, and we'll talk to you and help you figure out if this makes sense or not. Otherwise, the join link is easy.ht/join. So I'm all done. I've been yapping way longer than I probably should have, but let me open it up to questions. And this is going to pop me out of my screen here. Just one second. You guys have questions, go ahead and start typing them in, and I'm going to figure out how to get my screen back up here. There we go. I am good now.
Hi,
okay.
Dan, can you hear me?
I can. Hi, Ty.
Yeah. All right. I'm here, and I was actually just paying attention to everything that you're providing here. I think that this is an awesome offer. Tony Robbins says one of the quickest ways to be successful at something is to find someone who's already achieved that success and to model it, right? Which is definitely what you're providing here. It's a great way to align yourself with someone who has the expertise, someone who has a track record, someone who has, most importantly, made the mistakes, right? Because if you ask anyone that's successful, they've made a ton of mistakes. And it's just a great way for you to jump right in, right? On one of your slides, Dan, you had a video. A house being constructed, right? A house being built here, and man, that was just beautiful. Just to be able to show it in that way, where you can either go in and lay out the plans, find someone to build a house for you, right? Go through the headaches, and I know this firsthand because we had our house built not too many years ago. And then once it's done, hear your significant, your wife or your husband, say, you know what, why did I let you talk me into having wood floors in this room when I knew I wanted a carpet, or whatever it might be. Or you can move in, right, and find something that's already laid out in a way that you want. That's what Dan is giving you here. He's giving you a system that's already put together. It's already constructed to your best benefit. All right, so Dan, I just wanted to chime in. I know you've got some questions that you wanted to answer. And folks, also the URL, I placed the URL in the questions box there. I'll put it in again as Dan is going over questions here. There is no such thing as a dumb question, all right? Ask your questions until your heart's content. The other thing that I want you to do is, We will be closing this out shortly. So jot down the URL just in case you've got to talk this over with your wife, your husband, your significant, your business partner, right? Your dog or whoever it might be. The last thing I want you to do is miss out on this opportunity because you forgot what the URL is. So it's easy.ht/join. Jot that down right now. And Dan, I'm going to pass it back over to you.
Okay, thanks so much. Someone asked a question, and please, any questions you have, please ask. Someone wants to know, do you have to pay $200 more each month to participate in the Facebook ad group? That's correct. Okay, Facebook charges money for their ads, and all we're doing is saying that we will take your $200 that you would pay on top of your monthly membership fee, and we will invest that for you in Facebook ads, and then all of the leads that come in as a result of your $200 will be tied to you and give you a larger percentage of the pie. That's it. Okay, if someone asking, okay, well, how can you pay on a lead that I bring if the lead doesn't buy? Almost seems like it wouldn't make sense, correct? Well, here's the way we do it. If you bring a valid real person lead in and they end up in our database, and let's say you do that every day for 30 days, and at the end of 30 days you've got 30 leads that are associated to you, okay? That's going to give you a certain percentage of the pool. Now, let's say somebody else did the same thing. Every single day they brought in a lead, and at the end of 30 days they had 30 leads. Well, it could be that none of your leads bought in that month. Just so happened that as we presented webinars, just nothing tickled their fancy, and none of your leads bought. You would think you wouldn't make any money, but that other person that also brought in 30 leads, maybe they had 2 people that did buy. One of them bought a $400 program and the other bought a $1,000 program. There's $1,400 right there that goes into the pool, and then that would be split amongst the monetized plus members that had valid leads in the pool. You may be thinking, well, wait a minute. I like it because my leads didn't buy anything and I'm making money. Great. But the other person's got to be pissed off, right? Because he brought in leads and his bought money and he gets, less than what he should have. Well, no, because the next month, let's say your 2 leads bought. And the first guy in the second month, none of his leads bought that month. Then in the second month, you're bringing in the money. He's not. See, the point is this. You have to understand this. All leads are equal. It's just a matter of when they're going to buy. Your 30 leads that you bring in are just as good as the other guy's 30 leads. It's just we don't know if your leads are going to buy this month or next month or the next month. We just know if it's a valid lead and a good lead, we're going to keep presenting things to them, and eventually they're going to buy. If they don't and they stop opening emails, if they just end up being dead wood, we have a day-by-day monitoring system that weeds the dead wood out of our database, so that the only thing in our database are live, breathing human beings that are interested in being presented with webinars. And so that's why this is so powerful. Everybody working collectively is always just getting more people in the pool, and then you just forget about everything else and let us take care of monetization, and we just keep filling up the monetization pool with money. And if you've got a higher percentage of leads, then you're going to make more. So the whole game here is just getting qualified leads. If you don't focus on anything but just qualified leads, qualified leads, qualified leads, that's the way you're going to make money here. Okay? You don't have to worry about anything else. Setting up pages, programming. You don't have to worry about running webinars, booking speakers. You don't have to worry about collecting revenue on the sale, setting up shopping carts. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, because we can do it really, really well. And the final point I'll make on this thing is this. Those 30 leads that you brought in, the odds that we can sell them something are so significantly higher than the odds that you can sell them something that it just behooves you to, trust your better sense here. You still get the lead. Some people are asking, I have another question here, is like, well, do we get the leads? Every time a lead comes in, we will email you the details on that lead, so yes, you get them. Now, whether you want to do anything with them or not, I mean, most people don't, and I can understand that, but you do get it. You'll know their name, you'll know their email address, and you'll know perhaps some other information, what campaign they responded to. You'll know some information, you'll get that. So yes, you get the leads. So yes, you are building a list. Yes, you are developing something that is a long-term business. This is fair every way you look at it. I wouldn't even offer it if it were not. Other questions, okay? Somebody wants to know, what is my job? What do I do? By the way, that sounds like a silly question, but that is the most common question I get, and I really want to answer it. Your job is to help us find our audience. Your job is to help share free webinars and free quality programs with other people, like through social media or through Facebook or through any type of strategy that you've ever heard of, or that any type of strategy that you will learn from our training program. In other words, your job is just to get a person to put their email address into one of our opt-in boxes. That's your job. Then we will present that person, your leads, with webinar opportunities. We will invite them to webinars, and eventually they'll attend a webinar. Maybe it's a health and wellness webinar. Maybe we have an in-house doctor that speaks with us. It's kind of like a Dr. Oz, only it's Dr. Gala. And he does regular webinars with us, and people come and they buy products that help them with their health. And when they do, you would get a percentage of that. You don't really even need to know or care that much about what the actual product is. We will just monetize the lead. We'll figure out what that person's interested in, and we'll figure out how to sell them whatever they're interested in, and then money comes in, and we put it into the pool, and we share it with our members based on the number of leads that you have in. So that's your job. Now, there's one little other great thing about it. You get to pick the kind of lead generation that you like. In other words, if you're really into Instagram, then hey, just focus on Instagram and get good at sharing our webinars and things at Instagram and drive leads from there. That's it. If you're really good at YouTube, then do it there. It's almost like being a fisherman. We're saying there's a bunch of places where you can catch fish. You can go to that pond over there, or that fishing hole over there, or that lake over there, or you can go deep sea fishing over there. Whatever you like, just start fishing in the hole that you prefer, the fishing hole that you like. And that's it. So that's your job. Okay. Okay, but you are the one that gets the leads in the Facebook ads. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but you get the leads, and those leads go into our database. That is correct. The lead comes in, the leads go into our database so that we can monetize it for you, and you get an email of that lead as well, if you want it. Most of the people don't want it because they figure, why bother? I'm just going to, build up as many as I can here, because this is a great way to monetize those leads as they come in from Facebook. So that's that. Okay, someone wants to know about our lead system and repeated leads and all of that. Our database system and filtering system and monitoring system is absolutely top tier. So if there's a lead already in the system, then it's not going to accept it again. If there's a lead that's bogus because somebody's using a phony email address, or it's a scammer, or some junk, it never makes it in. It gets kicked out right at the front door. We send you that lead and tell you, hey, this person just opted in, here's their email address, but our validation system says that it's garbage. But we do send it to you just so that you know, but we don't put it in the database, because why put garbage in your database? It doesn't do anything at all. All right, and then there are also leads that people lose interest. They stop opening emails. They stop doing anything. And so we monitor leads on a daily basis, and I'll go through the criteria of how this all works in some of our early trainings. You'll see that it's all in the member area. But if there are leads that have become dead over time, then those are weeded out and they're gone as well. And we let you know. We let you know that that lead looks like haven't opened an email in the last couple of months, so we're getting rid of them. Because that's just the way you have to do it in business, whether it's this business or you're doing it yourself. Keep asking questions, folks. I have no time limit. Okay. Can we also? I think Ty said, we got a limited time here, but you know what I mean. I want everybody to get an answer here. Can we also use the leads that we acquire for your system in our own marketing? Yes, you can. Of course you can. Okay. The lead comes in, you get it. We email you the leads, and then you can do with that lead whatever you would like. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm going to read this question. I don't have an answer for it, but I'm going to read it anyway. How much would my percentage be if I acquired 10,000 leads in 4 months? I don't know. I don't know. And the reason I don't know that is because I don't know what the other people are doing either. But if you brought in 10,000 leads and everybody else brought in 1 lead, your check would be significantly higher than everybody else. If you brought in 10,000 leads and everybody else brought in 10,000 leads, then your check would be equal to everyone else. Okay? This changes month by month as we go through the months, but there are many, many variables. Number one, how much was our revenue from our webinars for that month? It changes. We've had some months where we've brought in, I think the highest month we had was $750,000. Okay? And, that's not an unheard of thing, okay? So some months can be really high, some will be less, it'll be all over the board. Just depends on the speaker, the product, how many people bought, We're in December right now. December is a very slow month for webinars. Why? Because people are out shopping for Christmas and whatever. January is a very big month for webinars. Couldn't be a better time to start. You could start now, learn the ropes during December, as in between your opening presents and whatever you do, and then come January you'll be in a very, very good position. So I can't answer a question very specifically about leads and percentages and number of months and all of that. Okay. Someone wants to know, I already have leads. Can I put them into your system? You can, but here's the way it's done. If you already have leads, let's say you have like an email list that you've been building, for a while. It's not like you can take these leads and just upload them in our system. What you would do is you would just do an email out to your list, and you'd say, hey, this is, they're doing some great webinars over at Vetted Webinars. Here's the link. Go check them out. And people would opt in for these webinars. Or maybe we've got a speaker coming up and they're talking about a particular topic that your list would be really interested in. Then you could say, hey, so-and-so is going to be speaking next week and they're talking about such and such. It's a free webinar. If you'd like to, join, then here's the link. And then your email would go out to your list. People interested in that webinar would join, and then that would move them into the database, and you get credit for that. So it's very easy to do that. You're not uploading them, you're inviting them in. That's the way that works. Okay, someone wants to know, can I also acquire leads in Facebook independently without paying $200? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Facebook ad program is totally optional. It's just something that if you do want to do it, great, and we do it very well. But if you want to go to Facebook, we even have a Facebook team jam that is called Facebook group strategies, because there are a lot of Facebook groups over there that you can get involved in, and if you know the strategies, we'll teach you. But if you know the strategies, you go in there and you just do your thing, and you encourage people to attend some of the wonderful webinars, free webinars that we have. And people at Facebook love webinars, and they'll sign up, and boom, that's it. So yeah, you can definitely do that. Okay, what is the reason we only break even or profit after 120 days? I'm not saying you're going to break even after 20 days. You may make profit after 120 days. I'm just saying that no, you're paying, in your case, because we have a special offer, you're paying $300 a month. I'm just telling you that once you hit month 5, that I'm going to guarantee that you are not going to lose money. You're not going to keep spending $300 a month and not have any revenue coming in. You're going to at least break even. I'm going to guarantee that. The reason I'm doing that is because I know my system works. And I know that I can afford to do that, and I know that this gives you a chance to come on board. And, you know, any business you start is going to take a little while for you to learn the ropes, and you've got to build it up and get going, right? You could start with me today, or you could do something on your own and start today. And then let's look at this and see where we're at in 4 months. And see if I can get you where you need to be quicker than you can get there by yourself. That's kind of the question here. I don't prevent you from doing something by yourself. You can still do that. But it's just that I'm opening up my business because I think that I can monetize these leads better than you can alone. All right, let's see. Okay, is my job to provide leads on top of my pool leads? Don't quite understand that. Your job is just to get people to opt in. When they opt in, then that gives you a little bit higher percentage of the pool. Every time you get a lead, a little bit higher percentage of the pool, okay? That's all there is to it. It's not like you're doing one thing on top of another or anything like that. Each lead increases your percentage of the pool. Getting a lot of thank yous. I ask a lot of questions. Other questions would be great. Okay, I ask a lot of questions. If you can answer my other questions, okay, I just gotta find them. Okay. Anybody else have a question? Please put them in. There are lots of questions coming in, and we're going to wrap up pretty soon here. Okay, I love this business model. I want to do it in a big way. How soon is it possible to start making money from this, and how much is reasonable to expect? You know, I can't tell you how much is reasonable to expect because, number one, I don't know how many leads you're going to bring in. You know, if you bring in one, hey, you're not going to make much money. If you bring in, you know, more, then it'll start to work for you. Here's what I do know, and this is, you know, as of today. You know, we were looking at some of the numbers. We already have tens of thousands of dollars that we are paying out in our first payment. In other words, that's already in the pool, even though this is just started and people are just starting to bring in their first leads. I mean, there's already money there. We are already going to be cutting checks. If our system were already live, we'd be cutting them on the 1st of this month, but we just finished installing it. And the first payouts go out January the 1st. So we're letting everybody know how much they made for December. This doesn't affect you because you're just starting, but your first paycheck could come in as soon as January the 1st, if indeed you you know, start bringing in some leads. Some people say, hey, well, how can you pay me on leads? If I bring in 100 leads and none of my leads buy anything, how could you pay me on the 1st? Because it doesn't have anything to do with your specific leads. That's the key here. It has to do with just the fact that you brought in valid leads. Your leads will buy eventually. And when they do, it'll go into the pool and it'll be shared just like everyone else's. That's why it's fair. That's why you can count on this more so than trying to do it yourself. Each month we do mail out a report with your paycheck so that you'll know kind of the details of payout and all of that. Okay. Okay. Some of the questions I'm getting are like really, really detailed, like, you know, counting the number of days in the month and all that kind of stuff. Okay. We don't mind answering those, but not today. So I think I pretty much covered it, Ty. He's probably on mute.
There we go. I think you've covered every single one here.
Well, I appreciate it. What I want to say is that you know, Ty is going to record. I think you've recorded this, and I would really encourage you to watch it again if you're still kind of thinking about it. I also encourage you. Let me pull up this one thing one more time because it's so important. If you have any questions, okay, please go to this link, ez.ht/help-me-do-this, and just schedule a time, and then either myself or Ian or Mike we'll give you a call, and we'll be glad to talk to you. No, we're not going to be bending your arms, forcing you to do anything. We'll just talk to you, answer your questions, and see if this is something that makes sense for you. So that's where we go. Otherwise, easy.ht/join will take you over to the join page, enter in Bonkers, and you'll get it for half price.
You know what, Dan, I want to thank you again for coming by and for sharing everything, as well as just putting your entire system out there. It looks like a lot of people got value not only out of a presentation, but being able to get in. We're going to have a recording if GoToWebinar works out the way it's supposed to work. Sometimes with technology, you never know. But we are backing this up. So here's the thing. If you're on right now, jump in. Okay? Don't wait until later. Don't wait until tonight. Jump in right now, because you never know when this thing will close, right? And it's a system that you don't want to miss out on. Now, the other thing is we're coming up on the new year, and one of the things that I know that most people do is they say, okay, well, this year I want to see a change in my life. Don't wait until January 1st. Don't wait until the new year to do that, right? Jump in right now, get a head start on everyone else, and then right, you increase your chances of next year being where you wish it to be. All right, so jump in now. Dan, I want to thank you again. This has been an awesome system, awesome presentation. As we're getting feedback in the questions box here, people are saying that this has been a great presentation. So for that, my friend, I want to thank you.
I appreciate it, and thanks everyone for joining us today.